Radiant team banned.
Hello everybody, this is Purge, bringing you guys the next set. It's going to be Dark Falco Stack versus Grats.Tho. We're on the losers bracket finals of the Gamecom.Plantronics Dota 2 tournament. First prize, $2,000. Second place, $1,000. Third place, $500. Fourth place, already been awarded 5 of the Gamecom 780 Dota 2 headsets. Of course, with the Dota 2 Battle Fury cosmetic. Super valuable on the market, I might point out. I heard they sell for the market value, at least on a website that I checked not 4 days ago. It's between $40 and $60 for the cosmetic item. The headset costs $78. Why would you not buy that? Unless you're a little greedy like me and just can't feel like partying with the Battle Fury is acceptable. So both of these teams, very talented. Both of their player sets, very talented. Player set of Grats.Tho is Pandago, Superman, Arteezy, fan of Sayon, and Sleesel. So lots of girl icons, and apparently that is the thing to do, is to make your profile picture a attractive woman. I don't do that though, guys. Don't worry about me. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Grats.Tho. I'm excited to see how they play. I don't know if they're going to be able to beat Dark Falco. I don't know who put who into the lower bracket, but neither team actually has. I'm guessing they do actually have a flag. I'm assuming they don't actually show in the replay. Maybe another issue with replays, but should be good to go. First round banning, we have a Bat Rider as well as a Lone Druid. Dark Falco having Night Terrors from the last game. I don't know what the time between these two matches were, by the way, so keep that in mind, guys. These are all replays, so all these matches have been played in the past, and there might have been some time between those matches against Dignitas and now. So I believe the... I don't know what the times were. I think one of these was played at least last Thursday, if I remember correctly. Actually, you see Nyx Assassin squeak through somehow. Lone Druid band, Bat Rider band, Magnus, Nakes leaves a Nyx. So support or mid, also all possible. About a month ago, Nyx support, or maybe 3 weeks ago, Nyx support was the only way you saw him. But I have seen some teams play him as a mid lane sometimes. I believe it was maybe... I'm thinking Empire, but I might be wrong. Maybe Virtus Pro. Maybe it was Virtus Pro that I saw play Nyx as a straight mid. He does work as both, though. He's not the best farmer, which I think is some of his limitations. He can't AoE farm very easy. But regardless, he still ganks very well at 6. He's pretty good against a lot of mids, namely int mids, like... I don't know, pretty much any int hero, Nyx Assassin is going to be pretty effective against them because of mana burn. You just start spamming mana burn starting level 1. The cooldown is moderate, 28 seconds at level 1, but it only costs 130 mana, and you're definitely doing that much damage plus costing them at least 130. So spam that thing. It's very good against enemy mids, and Nyx should have a good time from that. So even still, very useful late game using Spiked Carapace. You go in Viz to set up some ganks, and it's definitely a scary hero to deal with. And it looks like some turtle heroes out of Grats.Tho. So they'll do Keeper of the Light and a Shadow Demon. This guarantees at least that they will have defensive trialing if needed. They also can go aggressive, and that's going to make Dark Falco Stack have to pick defensive. If they go aggressive against a Keeper of the Light, it's very easy to just eat a bunch of Illuminates if you end up trying to go and snag some kills. And with the Shadow Demon on top of that, I mean, their trialing is going to be so safe. I wouldn't say it's a very good offensive trialing because Disruption plus Illuminate is pretty much the limitations of your build if you don't have a stunner. But even still, very solid, safe tri-lane. They can farm jungles, they can pull easily, and they can at least protect against a lot of disables in the mid to late game by using Disruption. So, also Shadow Demon's really good against Darkseer. You just wait till he surges, you disrupt him, Surge is mostly gone, and in the late game, if the guy surges, use the Demonic Purge, your ultimate, out of Shadow Demon, and that removes buffs, which counts as Surge. So, it means we saw it last game as well, Shadow Demon counters Darkseer in some ways. And that is one of the nice ones. Templar Assassin actually drafted by Dark Falco Stack, and that's a mid that actually isn't played very often anymore. There's definitely a reign of terror for TA, and I'm happy to see it pass because I think the hero is too good. I think she's probably in an appropriate area now because you really need to get rune control for refraction to be useful, but hero is simply just not played as much as she was in the past. And I don't feel bad because her reign was very, very long and healthy. But still getting played by Dark Falco Stack apparently. We actually see a Shadow Fiend banned, which is quite surprising. Not a hero we see often. Could have been a Shadow Fiend mid, but Shadow Fiend versus TA does not sound good for SF. So a little surprised why they actually banned that hero. Although I suppose he could be a safe lane farmer. The hero hasn't gotten that many buffs lately. Maybe it's some secret strat that Grats.Tho uses. I don't know. Maybe they duel against, or they play against each other often, and the hero causes them problems. Not sure. But Undyne is now banned,
Our team ban.
and a couple more bans to go for the rest of the second round here. So I guess Grats.Tho is still a little scared about an aggressive tri-lane since they do ban the Undyne, but it's probably safer that way. Just say, you know what, we don't want to have to deal with an aggressive tri-lane if we don't feel comfortable in a tri-lane versus tri-lane situation. If we don't feel perfect on our tri-lane execution, you can get behind it. We saw in the last game with Dignitas. They made some mistakes. They lost 2 to 3 heroes, I believe, and from there they had to just forego. They just had to give up. They said, okay, well, we lost a couple of heroes. We can't deal with this anymore. There's no way we can do an aggressive tri-lane, and it will just turn this into a long lane Juggernaut with a lot of support on the top lane, Lone Druid. So worked out for them in the end, and everything went fine, but it did lower their chances of winning that game by a moderate amount by screwing up that aggressive tri-lane. So luckily they didn't feed like more than 1 death each. That's pretty much the safest place. You lose 1 death, you're like, okay, well, we died once. If you feed 2 or 3, then that's where the carries start snowballing really hard and makes it quite tough to end up winning the game. So Gyrocopter banned by Dark Falco stack this time. Used in the previous games, but they don't want it currently. They are not going to use that as their carry. What strat are they going for? I really don't know. With the TA in the mid lane, they can still go anywhere with the hard carry, and Grats.Tho also hasn't revealed what they want to do either. Mid, Nyx Assassin, most likely, since they have 2 other supports, Keeper the Light, Shadow Demon. They haven't picked their hard carry, and they haven't picked their long lane. Whereas, yeah, we pretty much know the matchups at the moment. There's a long lane for Dark Falco, of course, but a Rubik support for them can really fit into a lot of different things. Tons of time left for Grats.Tho, if they need it. They've got a minute 26 for reserve.
Reserve time.
And we'll see if there's any more pickups here. Bat owns TA. I haven't played that matchup. Oh, yeah, I have. Sorry, Bat TA. I thought you meant Bat and Nyx. Maybe I misread. Nyx, Bat beats... Yeah, you did say Bat owns TA. Yep, that does happen because you do a lot of damage over time. Very good against TA. And the other really popular carries, I forgot to mention Phantom Lancer in the other VOD when I mentioned top tier carries, but PL is definitely towards the top as well right now because his agility gain is fantastic. If the hero doesn't get ganked very much, he can pretty much farm insanely fast. And one of the heroes that's really hard to out carry. If you have that many illusions up there, you need a lot of AoE damage to counter it, so you usually have to have very specific carries yourself, or very specific item builds that are very AoE focused, like Battle Furies or Mjolnirs or things like that. So Luda also popular, banned by Grats.Tho. And Dark Falco stack is going to draft immediately after Grats.Tho picks their hero. So will they grab a Windrunner? Will they grab a hero that can solo against Darkseer? Bounty Hunter is still in the pool, all possible heroes. From here, of course, they could also go for their heart carry if they so wish. Let's see, who else is still in the pool? Lifestealer is way gone. Luna's gone, Gyrocopter's gone, PL is gone, Shadow Fiend is gone. Faces of Void is a possibility. We saw that by Dark Falco stack, game 1 of today. Could see it. Water. Good stuff. But 35 seconds on the clock. Tiny is what they're going to go for, actually. So Tiny carry is what they feel comfortable with. Assuming probably will be a Tiny carry. And we'll see if they go for the AOI build. There is still a Wisp in the game, so they could go... No, they can't. They have too many supports. They can't go Tiny Wisp now, which might be part of the reason they were hesitant to draft the hero, at least from what it seemed. At the very least, they're trying to cover their loose ends here. Keeper Light, Shadow Demon, Tiny, Tri-Lane. Has pretty good kill potential. You can't Avalanche Toss out of Shadow Demon Disruption very easily unless you get lucky, because Toss does take a random person and throw them into the air. So that means that you can Avalanche for sure right after the Disruption, but tossing the guy you want is maybe iffy. So at the very least, they'll do some damage, but it's not the best Tri-Lane. Against a solo hero like a Darkseer, that definitely has kill potential with Keeper Light, Illuminate, and Tiny combo. So they have possible kill potential, but it's not the strongest thing ever. And even, to be honest, if I was Darkseer, I would maybe even not be too concerned about that early Tri-Lane, because their kill potential would be very tough at level 1, level 2. Disruption, you'd have 2 damage from Keeper the Light, maybe some right clicks from Shadow Demon, and Tiny would have an Avalanche, which I think does 120 at level 1, 100, sorry. Only 100 damage at level 1, which is not bad for level 1 AoE nuke, by the way, that also stuns, but it'll be close. He should be able to survive that combo even if he gets caught, unless he gets blocked. If he gets creep blocked by a hero, then he will die. Or if he doesn't have Surge, of course. So, not the strongest Tri-Lane ever, but the carry is strong. Tiny's Aghanim Scepter, obviously very good AoE damage. Disruptor is the pick for Dark Falco stack. That is going to be their secondary support. What they can use that for is engaging on chases and then, or at least let's say one team pushes and the tower is defended or destroyed. The team retreats after being successful, and they use Disruptor to glimpse one back. You take kills like that, and it can really put you quite a ways ahead. Clinks is actually the last pick for Grats.Tho, so that's the hero that's most commonly drafted to counter Darkseer. We see Empire do this all of the time because Funnick has arguably the best Clinks in the world. Black also plays a very good Clinks, but Funnick's Clinks is fantastic. Nice thing about Clinks is he does so much physical damage that, and max range by the way, that he can simply just pick away Darkseer whenever needed. If Darkseer ever wants to go in Clinks, Clinks simply uses 75 mana to go invisible, and when he's invisible, there's no way Darkseer can chase him down and score the kill. So Clinks is the hero hard counter to Darkseer. He can even deny pretty easily and safely from range, and that's not a hero you want to play against. So Dark Falco will grab a Juggernaut as their carry, so we're going to see most likely a long lane Darkseer, unless they could aggressive tri-lane. I think they should actually. Juggernaut, a very popular, one of FNC's best heroes as well, I believe. Very popular with Juggernaut as well as Lifesteal, unless I'm misinterpreting some of his, what's the word? Popularity, well-knowingness. That's definitely not a term. Let's never say that again. But I think they should aggressive tri-lane personally, because, like I said, the tri-lane is okay, but it's not amazing. And tri-lane versus the Tiny is actually very good. Tinies who get free farm end up being a nuisance. He actually might be going mid, and that's what it looks like. One Tango being sent to him, so might just be a safe Clinks. Safe Clinks versus Darkseer, that makes sense. And they're going to aggressive tri-lane with TA. Or not. Or they just want... I'm sorry, TA is on the dire team. I am way wrong. It's a tri-lane full of essentially supports, but we will see farming on the Nyx Assassin. That bunny. Oh, that's a cool mask. I've never seen that one before. Frostivus. I've never seen that mask. That one's really cool. Alright, so let's go with the players quick. For the Radiant team, Pandago, this is team, oh my gosh, what is their name again? I'm gonna have to alt-tab for this, dang. I'm a failure. Grats.Tho, that's it. That is it. Team Grats.Tho on the Radiant team. In the losers bracket, loser of this gets 500, winner gets 1,000 guaranteed and goes to the finals. The grand finals to play against Dignitas, so good luck to them. Pandago is on the Keeper of the Light. We have a fan of Soaeon playing Nyx Assassin. Superman playing Shadow Demon. Mid lane is going to be Arteezy. And on the safe lane, we have Sleesel playing the Clinks. Heard very good things about this team. For the dire teams, this team Dark Falco stack. Dismech is playing Disruptor. Mojo Storm. Stout is playing Rubik. The FNC on the Juggernaut. Mid lane is going to be Dark Falco. And on the top lane, we have Hannah Montana playing Darkseer. Pretty typical. And I love what they did here. They basically predicted that Grats.Tho was going to put Clink's bot to counter the Darkseer, so they end up putting the Darkseer top. The Radiant team is expecting a tri-lane, I guess, is what it seems like. Yeah, they're expecting to be against a tri-lane with this Nyx Assassin tri-lane, which is very strong tri-lane. So they put the tri-lane up here, and now they see the Darkseer, and they say, well, we wanted this to be against their tri-lane. I believe that was the case, at least. But this is what ends up happening. So it's not bad for Clinks either, though, so maybe they did intend to do this. I might be incorrect with that, but... not the best lane for Nyx Assassin. He can drain some of the mana out of Darkseer, but he will take Iron Shell damage when the harass does come. And it's actually going to be a stack and pull from Keeper of the Light, so these lanes actually look pretty good for the Radiant team, assuming Clinks can get some farm here. Rubik's doing a nice job harassing him, of course, and he has a lot of pooled regen this game, but this Shadow Demon's basically going to try to keep the Darkseer out of EXP range. The Nyx Assassin will get farm, mostly free, but he does have to worry about Iron Shell. And in the meantime, there's going to be stacking and creep nuking of the Keeper of the Light. He doesn't have any EXP yet, but he has stacked the large camp twice. He has not stacked the small camp, actually, but it's 121. He's going to shift onto the bot lane. And if Clinks does end up getting dived on, not that they have a dust yet, but he can actually do waving to try to counteract a lot of this. See if he goes for the Illuminate on the neutral camp. I expect that he will here. A little bit of Avalanche on TA mid. Not a very good matchup for Tiny, I must say. His armor is very low, so any right clicks from TA is going to put him kind of a scary area. Splash will do just full damage anyways, so it's not the end of the world. And even an aggressive Observer Ward going down by the dire team. So one Obs is down, level 2 picked up on Rubik, gives them some nuke damage. One early kinetic field. Do they have sentries? They do actually. So if they have sentries, they can kinetic field the Clinks and end up getting the kill on him. With the spin as well, gives him a pretty good chance in FNC. See if it goes stats here, but +4 damage at the moment, and will be Tranquil Boots. Maybe a Basey with Boots of Speed is my guess. I don't think he'll go Tranks. Probably will be Phase most likely. Very good early on. And are they pulling? Why would he do this? I don't know why he just ran the Mud Golems over here. I have no idea. Didn't stack it. Doesn't counteract. I'm not sure. For fun. It's fun. It's definitely fun. Guy just had a great time pulling Mud Golems. He's just taunting them anyways, right? It's like, haha. Mud Golems suck. And Keeper of the Light's now going to really give them the ultimate payback by killing them. Pulling the creeps into that. Very nicely done. Disruptor's actually pulled the range creep. This is good. Any creeps that you can pull away from this is definitely beneficial. Now, he's going to do his best to try to stop this, but it's going to be pretty tough. Actually did not block the camp here. Maybe slight mistake from Rubik. Should have blocked this camp at the minute mark, but not the end of the world to miss little things like that. They'll be able to pull that later. In the meantime, Shadow Demon's actually the one contesting this pull. Pull being done. I don't know if Shadow Demon did this pull or the other guy did, but using Shadow Poison to get the last hit's pretty smart. And the reason he did pull that over there is so that we can see some tower damage by the next assassin as well. Just kind of pressuring Hannah Montana. Here comes the mana drain. Now he's completely out of mana. 400 in the bank. And unless he's got items like a Soul Ring on the courier, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. There's going to be a bottle coming mid actually for the TA. 12 last hits for her. Bottle and boots, I think. We will see. There's the boots, and I'm guessing that's the bottle. Do you need an Ironwood branch? I think you need an Ironwood branch. Yes, you do. Or a tree eat. That'll be fine. Dire Team's still waiting actually to cover this. And he's looking like he's going to pull us into the wave, so they want to dive this. Just got to kill this one creep wave, and then we will see some diving on the Clinks. Even if these neutrals die, it's not the end of the world for the Dire Team. If no Radiant Heroes are around, nobody gets experience. So this is, more than anything, it's actually just holding up the wave. And it's actually in a stack because it's a single pull. Sit First Blood on the top lane. We see Darkseer go down. Nice! Great smoke usage from Superman there. It's going to stop the last hit. He would have died otherwise if he didn't pop that. So 100 gold is wasted for him, technically. But he gets a salve out of it, buys Sentry Wards, and now we'll go for a gank. So arguably, very, very worth it. Darkseer doesn't get a kill. There's no return kill. He wouldn't get the EXP regardless, but now he's immediately turning this into a kill based on the smoke. And we'll see if he actually reacts to it that way. Without sentries, though, they won't be able to get a kill, so that's why he's waiting a little bit. Keeper of the Light also sitting mid. No boots on him just yet. Arteezy is up to 20 last hits. This is better than TA. Very, very surprising to see this, actually. Dark Falco may be having some trouble despite having refraction. That bonus damage, 60 bonus damage. He's hitting for 130 here. Should be able to outlast it the Tiny pretty easily here. Trading hits very, very effectively, and most of his shields are now going to be gone. But he does have to worry about the combo. If the armor or if the shields are gone, TA could be killed. Could happen. Look at that splash. He's got to be really careful. He wants this last hit bad, but he does not want to get killed. How bad do you want the last hit is the question. And there, single pull. The nice single pull from Dismech here has now pushed the wave. He did the single pull, the creep wave stayed alive, none of them died, and then they pushed out. And now the wave is exactly where the Radiant Team wants it, which is creeps dying away from where the Clinks is. Clinks is going to solo pull this to try to make back some of the EXP. And Tiny gets kill on TA with the sentry mid, so they didn't end up initiating on that one. So, sorry I missed that one, guys. Nyx Assassin retreating from top. Still draining all of Darkseer's mana. He has not yet been able to pick up the Soul Ring. Just the Sage's Mask at the moment, and bot tower is being pressured. FNC going for the hits. It's got that cool sword that has a new animation. Let's watch for it. That one. He just stabs things. Pretty fancy sword, you know. A lot of creep kills there. And that tower is looking really dead. Glyph is gone. FNC will get the last hit. And it is a Basilius, so Basilius boots Poor Man's Shield. Tiny picks up Arcanes, actually, so he's opting for the more mana-oriented build. He's not going for the more typical phase boots drum build. And this is more of an old school one. I don't expect to see him grab a Blink. It's possible. I haven't seen a Tiny grab a Blink in forever, though. It's been a really long time. But that used to be the common build. Grab a Blink Dagger on Tiny, and then you just walk around one-shotting supports all day. Once you're level 8 and they only have 700 HP, there's nothing they can do about it if you execute correctly. But there's the smoke. We're going to turn this into a gank. It's only a level 4 Juggernaut, and this is usually the case when you do a lot of early pushing on a long lane like that. But they want to get a kill on Tiny. Tower is going to remove the vision. They do not have a disruption, so they're going to have to start things off with telekinesis as well as a kinetic field. And there it is, actually. They're going on the TA. Here comes the respawn back, and they're going straight on that Tiny, apparently. The spin, a little bit of miscommunication for the Dire team. They are going to get the Keeper Light at least, but there's a send back on the mid lane. TA gets tossed in the air, gets killed. Superman might go down as well. More right clicks. They actually do grab a nice crit on RTZ. Very, very lucky second hit, and he will get out of there. So trading 1 for 2, actually 2 supports for the TA. Nice. Oh, picks up Dismech. RTZ is going to grab it. Illusions are enough. Shadow Demon using his illusions to snag the kill. I think this is from an illusion rune, actually. Am I wrong? Must be, because he disrupted a long time ago. Picks up an illusion rune, snags the double kill, and all of a sudden things turn around for the Dark Falco stack. Nice play from the Radiant team. Grats.Tho. Ooh, Nyx wants this kill. There's the stun. Here comes a mana drain as well. This is going to be a kill. Does get it. Nice play from Nyx Assassin, hitting level 8. Magic Wand and an Arcane Boots is plenty of mana to be able to score that kill. And things not going so well for Hannah. 2 deaths on him now, 23 last hits. Not really last sitting super well, sitting about middle of the pack, and despite being in a solo lane, that's not a good matchup. And that's a lot of the reason why people are banning Nyx Assassin, because Darkseer is just one of those heroes that he counters so hard. Once you drain all that mana away, you just can't spam Iron Shell and get the last hits like you really want. So, no new items for the Tiny, I don't believe. Once came to him. It's actually a Magic Wand, so Magic Wand coming. Creep Wave gets farmed. Clinks is at 34 last hits, and he's going fast. Orchid, of course, as per usual. Invis picked up for Tiny's. See if he makes something out of this. But TA is going to notice that. She was looking for Rune Bot, and she's definitely going to see Tiny picking up that Invis. So, 1 smoke right on top of the Psionic Trap. I don't know if it was spotted, though. There is a Sentry Ward down, so maybe they got noticed, but Tiny is also doing the same. Pops a smoke, pops an Invis. It's going to reveal the smoke on FNC, and they may realize that somebody's in the river, but they're waiting for this TA to get ganked. That's exactly what they're waiting for. They do not want him to get more and more behind. 2 deaths on him now. And the Invis rune's going to reveal everything. And they might realize now, oh yeah, that's right. He's got the Invis. Oh, Sentry. He goes high ground. There's the Avalanche. Starting things off. Telekinesis lifts. Can they catch him? They will. Kinetic Field. There's the spin. And Arteezy is going to get killed. Overstayed is welcome big time. And the Dire team figured it out and said, okay, somebody's here in Viz and we know it. Our smoke's getting revealed. Let's see how greedy he is. And he was super greedy. Looking for at least a single kill. And he ends up feeding himself as a result. So, greedy play from Arteezy. On the bright side, Sleazel is still pushing safely on the bot lane, using his ulti for some big bonus damage, but tower is threatened now. Taking a bit from Refraction. And they will TP back mid. That'll be Tiny and Keeper the Light. Nyx Assassin is still farming. He's actually going to earn after Arcane Boots, curiously. Got a support waiting over here as well. This is Shadow Demon. If Darkseer comes forward again. It's basically like he's in a long lane situation. That's really unfortunate for your safe lane farmer. I mean, that puts you so far behind if you can't even go with an EXP range. He's only level 7 here. If we check the current levels, if I could find it. Nope, not current gold. Let's just press some random buttons until we find it. There it is, hero level. Darkseer's middle of the pack, level 7. He is not matching Clinks. Clinks is at level 8. Not a huge advantage for Clinks, but even still. Clinks' last hits are quite a bit higher, I think. 49 versus the 33. Not to mention he hasn't died yet, I don't think. Yep, no deaths on the Clinks. Looking for kills at the moment, shifting to the top lane. Only has some good right clicks. His Death Pact is almost off cooldown. But there's the Sentry. They know what they're waiting for, and there's Superman. There's the disruption. Here comes the right clicks any second. And this could be it for Rubik. Man, that damage is huge. 3 hits. Great stun on top of Dismech, but that is going to catch the Clinks. Toss is going to secure the kill, though, with Tiny. And he's got a DD. Great ulti on Dark Falco and a Sentry as well. He's in trouble. The shield is gone. Avalanche is used as well. He's got a Meld Strike, and he does go Invis, but running away with the Surge last second. Great stun, but actually, sorry, bad stun. It's going to miss. Dark Falco puts some hits on, but he might be in trouble. Will he grab it? Arteezy goes down, but it gets reflected. The splash damage from fans of Sorion. The Iron Shell gets the kill. Great hit by FNC. And there's 2 heroes left in the jungle. Another disruption. Soul Catchers. Well, FNC does not care about this. There's Dust, actually. They're going to grab the Clinks, but Clinks should be able to run away from this one. 3 levels of movement speed. Will the vacuum help? Another Iron Shell. He does not have an Omni Slash. 3 wand charge. Will he do it? No. Clinks' HP is just too high. Oh, can he get it? Shadow Demon Skulls. He gets it. There it is. And they will grab the Shadow Demon kill. FNC able to make some value out of that chase at least. 3 dead heroes on the Radiant team, 9-6 at the moment. The Radiant team still has an advantage technically. But let's see if the graphs reflect that. Great glimpse, it's going to catch him. Do they have detection? They do. Sentry Ward placed down last second. Here comes the lift any second. There's the lift. Gets the avalanche. Great avalanche, but Klink's still not able to survive. And once again, another solid gank. He's going to steal a toss. Level 4 toss, 300 magic damage. Got to be careful not to throw his allies into the fight, but nice skill to pick up more nuke damage. 9-7. EXP graph is Radiant advantage, 3,000 gold. And gold graph is also looking good, but not nearly as much. 750 gold about. That's virtually nothing. That is a couple kills. That's a little bit of farming. Talking about 20 last hits or so as a team. Not the end of the world. So check out some GPMs. The most is actually FNC at the moment, 414, but that's because he's got 5 kills. Phase Boots, Drum, 1 Poor Man's, and a Bacilli. It's just a lot of really good early mid-game items. Just give him movement speed and good right-click power as well. Not the best attack speed, but not bad either. The movement speed is the most important because a lot of your damage source early on is Blade Fury. 5 seconds of 140 is a lot of damage output. I'm talking 700 magic damage. That is huge. That's like a finger of death. Really is impressive amounts of damage. Iron Shell also helping out. Can you hold the top tower is the question. Here comes the Glyph. Great stun from the Nyx Assassin. That's going to guarantee them the denier. The last hit, they do get it, and 1 invis. Dust being used. Nyx runs away, and they're just going to take a shot at him. A little bit of extra TP. I don't think they needed that much versus the TA. Oh, the glimpse. Is this going to catch him? They are going to get him, actually. Do they need Sentry? Oh, he breaks out just in time. Still has dust on him. There's the toss. Any Sentry. Any Sentry. There's the Sentry. Gets the Courier release. Good trade for the Nyx. Great decision making as well. That was the best thing that they could have grabbed there. A little bit of mana drain on FNC. He's going to die for sure, but despite getting killed, he takes the Courier. Very, very sick play from him. Dark Falco stack is doing a great job with detection, though. I mean, look at all the sentries. Sentry on the mid lane, very common farming area. Sentry on the Radiant jungle here, very common farming area and farmer area. And keeping it with them when they do actually find them. And dust on top of that. So against the Klinks and the Nyx Assassin, it's definitely worth it to invest in sentries. And they're doing a great job doing that. 6 kills now in FNC. Still farming bot, 1,000 gold. And Hannah finishing up Tranquil Boots and a Soaring. Just sapping EXP. He's actually out of EXP range very slightly here. Not getting anything for these creep kills. Slight mistakes from him. Shadow Demon with the smoke now. Looking for kills with RTZ. He did go Blink Dagger. Man, I'm excited to see this. I haven't seen a Blink Dagger Tiny. Like I said, it's been probably half a year, if not more. It was very, very popular. He can definitely one-shot heroes. And look at the heroes that are on the enemy team. Disruptor, very easy to kill. Rubik, not as easy once he grabs no field, but still should be should give him a pretty good shot at taking kills. But look at these support heroes. This is who he's got to aim for. Even the Darkseer's got to be careful. They can break Refraction from TA, another hero that they can definitely aim to one-shot. So they are going to reveal the Blink Dagger. He's looking to catch somebody. Disruption. They'll start things off. That's Shadow Demon actually doing his best. Throws the ulti on FNC, but still gets spun down. TA does a lot of damage. Great toss combo. Puts him low. He does kill the Juggernaut. Sick plays from the Radiant team, and Nyx Assassin's trying to help out. 4 loves the Spiked Carapace, and they are out of there. They took their kill, and they left. And as soon as Jug died, they're like, okay, this was not a good trade. Touching blood, and Sleesel's going to take the tower, so takes the tower. And Dark Falco teleporting. Nice surge on Rubik to try to help out, but they were unable to dust the Klinks, and he will be just fine. Ooh. This looks like a hero that's going to be in trouble. It's going to be TA. There's the Blink and Avalanche and the toss. Orchid? Oh, Klinks is there as well. Okay. I was like, does Tiny have an Orchid? What is going on? That's a dead hero. TA is now shut down in some ways. 11 to 10. How many deaths does she have? 4 deaths, really. They're doing great against this TA. 15, 16 minutes almost, and he doesn't have a Blink Dagger yet. Radiant team has just been doing a great job trying to shut him down. And a lot of that is going to go to Tiny, saying, great job for, you know, outlast hitting a TA who has more last hitting power than you. So, great job by him. KDA is looking great for Jug, looking great for Tiny. Even Shadow Demon's not doing bad. Net worth is up there for Klinks as well as Tiny. Little toss for the last hit, and Tiny's up to 1,600. We'll see what he goes for an item build. Aghanim Scepter is doable, but the problem with it, if you go Aghanims with Arcane Boots and Blink, is that you have very, very low attack speed in comparison. I mean, a Blink Dagger is comparable to a Yasha in cost. 2050 for a Yasha. It's movement speed, it's a lot of attack speed, about 30 attack speed. And if you have Aghanims with Arcane Boots, your damage is just really not that high. You hit very hard, but your attack speed is not there. And the cleave is great and all, but it's just not quite enough. So, let's see if Rubik. Oh, he wants to kill. There's the silence. Gonna get it. Doesn't pop his items in time, so Klink's gonna run for his life, but he might be absolutely fine. And that was the hero with the detection, actually. No dust, no sentry wards, but it's understandable. That stuff happens sometimes. Oh, I love this. Pull him out. He's got the kill. Send him in behind the scenes missions, and then get him out of there. Pretty cool. Ooh. Can he get the kill? Here comes the stun. Yes, shield runs out. He gets it off in time. Just in time, though. Urn uses well. Toss gets used. And TA is killed in the jungle again. They say, we are not letting you get your Blink Dagger. It is not happening. Not happening, man. And they hold it off once again. Creep's getting killed. And 1,600 gold now on the Shadow Demon, so... Klink's trying to set up some more kills. Will we see sentries being placed? There's one high ground expecting the Klink's over on this side, but he's actually on the opposite. If he kills this Disruptor, that would just be huge for the raiding team. No levels of Thunderstrike yet, but lots of Glimpse and Kinetic Field, but they don't really feel safe holding this off. Arteezy's got the DD. It is going to run out, though, and he is going to Aghanim Scepter, by the way. Blink Dagger, and they know that he's looking for targets. And Klink simply is going to right-click this. It does go down. Tower ends. And the raiding team continues their huge tower advantage. 2 mid gone, 1 top is gone, and the bot one. So that's 4 towers dead. Raiding team has only lost 1 tower, and what does the gold look like? Really big advantage, actually. So this is not looking too good for the Dark Falco stack. Grats.Tho playing a nice game. Mech's almost finished for Keeper of the Light. He's got a gem as well. Going to help out against heroes like TA and Dewarding, of course. 2-1 for Klinks. 95 last hits. He's got the highest net worth in the game, so he's doing things right, looks like. Pretty decent hot hero levels, though. Everything's not distributed too terribly. I'm sure the Dire team would love to have Disruptor with some more EXP, but level 6 is not the end of the world. He doesn't have any Thunderstrike, but 3 levels of Glimpse and 2 on Kinetic Field is really all you need. Roshan's going to be in trouble, though. Tiny's... Oh, my God. If Tiny goes in here, he's just going to avalanche it. He didn't scout it out. He was a little worried about a sentry ward on the low ground. If that was there, he could have walked into a trap and just simply died. And that was literally enough to scare the Dire team back. They're going to full heal from this just fine because of the healing ward, but he's going to go back to farm. That's literally all he did. They don't even know if the Dire team is still in there. They have no idea. Literally just threw an avalanche. Does avalanche even give you vision? I don't know for sure. But that was a really effective avalanche. I mean, I think they could have stayed there, but they didn't know that information. Only us as the observers truly knew the position of the Radiant team. And even if Klinks is top, you guys have to keep in mind that they can't just look at that and say, oh, Klinks is top, easy. There's a Keeper of the Light in the game. And for all the Dire team knows, the entire Radiant team was sitting somewhere in the mid lane, and they can always recall Klinks, assuming that, you know, ulti's off cooldown. They don't know that, though. And they're still playing so safe. Look at this. Nobody is farming on the Dire team. Radiant team pushes forward. They're going to try to take some more towers. And since they're behind, Dark Falco stack is playing things real safe. Oh, man, they're going to need a huge Illuminate here. Look at that. 4-man Illuminate. Dismech goes very low. He's going to have to pop a salve on this one. Healing ward, actually, so slight waste. And he does put the trap down on the next assassin, looking to reflect damage. Spiked Carapace is what he picks up, and will he grab him? He will actually. Omni Slash really wants to take him down. They do. Next assassin goes down. Great combo there. FNC using an ulti as well as a Meld Strike from the TA. They kill that one core hero. Klinks wants to clean up the back of the team fight. But the Radiant team doesn't look too phased by this. They still don't have Aghanim Scepter, but Hannah Montana very close. He might get spotted. He will. Avalanche. Gonna miss, actually. Hannah Montana looking for the vacuum and also the silence. Superman's in trouble. Puts the Ghost Scepter down, but that just takes more damage. And another good Illuminate. Drum is used. Trying to catch a couple heroes. Arteezy can just blink away. Now the Radiant team escapes completely. Losing 2 heroes, though. Next assassin died in the mid lane, and Shadow Demon, of course, getting vacuumed in. So, surprisingly, this guy's got a lot of farm. Ghost Scepter at 20 minutes, while still warding and having Magic Wand is fantastic farm, honestly.
Bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
EXP dips down just a little bit, and gold continues to go up. Grats.Tho doing better and better here.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Klinks again looking for solo kills. There's the Surge. Will he be able to get the kill with the Orchid? It's going to be close. Nope, not even close. 180 HP on him. Ends up surviving quite easily. And Ring of Aquila actually made. Interesting. He just had a Basilius before, so very curious that he actually did finish this. Because all it does give you is 6 damage, 6 attack speed. I'm sorry, 9 damage, 6 attack speed, and a little HP and mana, as well as armor, 1 armor about. Most people aim to shave off little things like that in their builds so that they get to late game items as much as possible, but Juggernaut is an earlier game hero. You could argue that it's not worth it, but I think it's an okay choice. So Hannah Montana heading back into the jungle. FNC is sitting top to farm, and Clinks still wants to get solo kills. He could actually jump on Jug here. He can't teleport. He's a little worried about the supports, and actually with his Radiant Ward up, he did probably spot the Darkseer. So Darkseer with a mech means pretty much impossible to take that one. They still have a gem? They do have the gem still. So, oh, I'm sorry, that's a Radiant Sentry, so they're going to be checking for wards. Aghanim Scepter is finished on Tiny, and they are going to start right in on Roshan. Dire team didn't take it, and it's time for them. They've got big map control. They see where the teams are at. They have great ward coverage for Roshan. Look at this. I mean, let's just look at the vision of the Radiant team while they take this Roshan. They can see pretty much every path leading out of the Dire base, except for the creep wave. But when the creep wave is up like this, they've got it set. And they will take the Aegis. Most of the damage going on Tiny, but he will survive. And it's a 4-staff urn, actually, on the farming Nyx Assassin. Great item build if you're looking to initiate. Sometimes the only thing you really need to start off the combo is the Impale. So being able to 4-staff into that can make the difference. Keeper Light's still farming, of course. Magic Stick, Mech, he's got pretty much everything he needs. And actually bringing salves, just salves. Looks like they are going to want to push this. I would maybe like to see him drop his Aghanim Scepter while he's healing up, but it's not the end of the world. He'll just be missing 50 or so extra HP. Ooh, and a regen. And then he realized that everything he just did was a waste, but he gets to bottle it at least. Demon Edge on Clinks, he's going straight Daedalus, actually. It means no BKB. It's a little dangerous for the fact that there are a lot of teamfight ultis from the Dark Falco stack, including Disruptor, Vacuum, and that's about it. 1 glimpse is used, but a nice 4-staff from Nyx Assassin keeps him safe. So, yeah, decent teamfight ultis from the Dark Falco stack, but he opts not for the BKB. I mean, you don't have to worry too much about Disruptor ulti, because getting silenced, all that prevents you from doing is going invis, starting strafe, using your ulti, or using Searing Arrows. So regardless, even if his Searing Arrows aren't going off, he's still hitting for 250. It's a huge damage number. Not the end of the world for him to skip BKB this game, I think. So pretty smart, increases damage output by a lot, and gives him the chance to 3 or 4 shot some crucial heroes, which could make the difference in a team fight. I like the choice. I think this is the right time to be greedy. Now Tiny's up to 300 gold. I don't know if he's buying stuff. Looks like he Daedalus. I don't know whose Belt of Giant Strength that is. Possibly Shadow Demons, I'm guessing. Everybody's still kind of farming here. Dire team's sitting pretty close together. I'm sure this means that, yeah, farm rate is going to continue going in the Radiant team's favor because they do have the map control. It's safe to play like this, like Dark Falco is. By the way, replays means we speed up 8 times. The benefits of staying close to each other is if a team fight does start, you're 5 together.
All right, carry on.
But the problem is that you're not actually farming if you're sitting 3 in the base. These 3 are not farming. Look at the Radiant team. Keeper Light's sitting mid. Tiny's farming the jungle. Nyx is farming the safe lane. Shadow Demon is farming the other jungle. And Clinks is farming the other lane. Every single lane is getting farmed essentially. And they have 2 heroes in the jungle. And all the Dire team is doing is sitting together. They're doing it out of safety and necessity, though, so it's what they have to do, and they're going to smoke gank around. They want to get a kill. They know Keeper the Light was sitting by mid, so they'll try to swing around and catch him, but looks like he is onto it. They're sitting high ground. They're going to see the creep wave. Even Tiny doesn't care. He picks up a glove, actually. Let's see what he does with this. Oh, okay, he's going to disassemble his Arcane Boots now and go for treads. Very smart. The reason he's doing this is because he doesn't need the mana pool as much as he did before. He's got plenty of mana from the Aghanim Scepter, about 300 worth actually. So he's going to disassemble the energy booster. He'll probably go sell that, and he's just going to sit on treads. And the attack speed now really going to help out with his ulti, with his Aghanims, and the extra attack speed is great. So going to sit on agility while he regens up, and now does a lot more damage in teamfights. Pretty cool. I assume he will sell this though. It's worth 500 gold. Yep, and it looks like he did sell it. So 500 gold going for the Tiny, just a little bit of early borrowing, you could say, out of his items. And tread switching, you can keep that in mind as well. Also very important if you're using bottle and last hitting, or using mana like that. So once again, the Dark Falco stack sticking pretty close together here. Couple creeps moving on up. Will they pressure the racks? I don't think they realize what the Dire team is, so I think they're going to play it safe here. Tia actually picking up a DD. And Dark Falco is going for a BKB. Very useful item, of course, especially against a Tiny and Nyx Assassin. Just being magic immune is fantastic. Klink's going to spot some heroes here. Dark Falco looking to slow down, and actually there's the avalanche toss on it. Wow, is he dying fast. Klink saw that one coming, and he wanted to duel with the Tiny a bit, but the avalanche toss as well as the Soul Catcher just shows you how weak heroes get. Did he have his BKB? He didn't. He was like 50 gold away. Wow. He was literally going into the jungle to get 50 gold, and he found enemy. As he buys back, surprisingly, it looks like they're trying to catch a hero. It's going to be on Superman. Will he be in trouble? He doesn't want to ulti this because he knows he can just disrupt himself. Instead, changes targets. Avalanche toss on Jug. Jug goes down with the Soul Catcher. Great initiation. Big AoE sounds as well as Artis trying to cleave everybody. He's doing a good job. Aiming for about 180. There's the mech. Hannah Montana's getting low mana drain. There's the toss. More stun. Dark Falco, despite buying back 5 dead heroes, GG is called, and that's going to be on a game 1. Dark Falco stack knows they're so far behind, and it's just getting worse and worse. Sick toss from Rubik. I have no idea how he picked up Tiny and threw him that far, but he did it, and despite that, they still lost the game. Strongest Rubik in existence, still lost. So Grats.Tho takes game 1 of the losers bracket finals. Can the Dark Falco stack come back from this? It's going to be tough. That was a great game out of Grats.Tho. I've heard very good things about them, and I can see exactly what's going on. Great drafting, solid play. I don't think I saw very many mistakes at all from Grats.Tho. So pretty impressed with them for the first cast. And we'll be back in just a second with game 2, guys. Grats.Tho versus the Dark Falco stack. Who will be able to win and go on to play against Team Dignitas in the finals? I am really not sure, but there is maximum 2 games left of this set. It is now a 1-0 in the favor of Grats.Tho. My name's Purge. Thanks everybody for tuning in for this Wednesday night, Tuesday night. What day is it? Don't know. What year is it? Don't know. Wednesday, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. cast for me. Thanks for being here, guys, and we'll be back in just a second with game 2. Don't go anywhere.